So today I'm ready to put the stripe on our 1969.5 Super Bee.
It's an intricate process, it's a delicate process, and if you screw up, you're wiping out a $200 or $300 decal. This is something that I've gotten in a position with Justin that I can walk away, and he is quite capable of doing it.
One of the cool and unique things about this stripe is that it actually has color to it. So it's got a yellow bee in there. Well, that's really kind of cool, and it really sets off the stripe for this car.
Here's what you got to look at. Number one, do you have any original pictures of the car?
I got original pictures to reference where the decal goes and the car's outside in the graveyard.
Number two, when you put that on there, you have to think about all three of those make up basically a stripe around the back end of the car. You have the two verticals that go up the quarters, and then the one that goes across the trunk lid. So if the one, say on the left quarter, is setting on the quarter panel and it's a little askew, then you go do the other side, the vertical on it. Maybe it's a hair askew the other way, or maybe it's the same way. Now, when you put the one in the middle, you cannot get the ends to line up. So when you lay that stripe out, it is important that you lay the stripe out completely. All three pieces. Get an idea where they go while everything's dry. Say if that quarter panel vertical stripe goes here, put a piece of tape. Put a piece of tape on the deck lid where the horizontal one that goes across the deck lid goes, and the same thing on the right quarter. Now you can take all the backing paper off, start laying it out. But even at that, after you put that first one on with the wet solution, you should go mock up the one on the deck lid, and you should go mock up the one on the right-hand quarter just to make sure nothing's moved. So when I say they're difficult, that's what I mean by difficult. The other thing about graphics is when it's a large graphic, and it doesn't have any detail in it. So there's no call out like a billboard decal calls out the engine size in it. Well, where all those call outs are for 383, say, there's a lot of detail in there. There's areas that are cut out and there's no backing to them. So when you go to lift your backing paper off, you can lift part of that letter off. A bumblebee with this cute little multicolored Scat Pack bee in the middle of it, it has little wings and little legs and things that like to pull up because there's not enough meat there to hold them on the panel if it's not completely dry.
So you got to be really careful installing these decals and make sure everything lines up and flows into another. Hey, you want to give me a hand really quick? This thing's a little bit long for my short, stubby arms. So what I'm spraying on this car to apply the decal to be able to make it pliable and move around to make sure I get it in the right spot, it's just a soap and a water solution. You just put a little bit of soap in a bottle, fill it with water, mix it up. It gives you enough time to be able to move that decal around before it really adheres to the car. I need to click that over. This guy.
So when that decal is on and you can pull all the backing paper off, it's the best part because it really makes that car pop. When you talk about an F6 green, it's a beautiful color, spring-only color, gorgeous, but it's kind of plain till you see that bumblebee stripe on it. So the bumblebee makes the back half pop. That black hood is going to make the front half pop.